Good evening, friends. This video is part of a series Watching Mr. Trump. And one good thing about Mr. Trump winning the presidency is that his victory prevented World War III. Steve and I have been stating that for some time now, that we are really glad that Mr. Trump won this presidency for one reason, that World War III is prevented as of right now, and most likely won't happen anytime soon, as long as Mr. Trump will make a peaceful transition and Obama is not going to do something within these few weeks that he's still in office. So we are praying that nothing like that will happen, because we know that Mr. Trump is very much interested in being in a good relationship with President Putin and Russia. He has even stated that it would be probably worse for Syria if Assad was overthrown, and Syria can get somebody even worse. So that's a good news for Syria. And he even stated at one point that he believes Crimea does belong to Russia. And also, he's about to meet President Putin as soon as he gets inaugurated into the office of a president of the United States. And it's looking really good from that particular point. We are extremely happy about that. And we feel the same way as German Defense Ministry, Parliamentary State Secretary in a German Defense Ministry, Willy Wimmer, who said, "I was so relieved like never before, for I had a feeling this morning that this decision saved us from a great war. I believe that the new American president, unlike his opponent, is ready for a reasonable, practicable, and trustworthy collaboration with other countries in the world, and that gives me hope." And we felt the same way with Steve when we heard that Mr. Trump has won presidency, because one of his policies that we liked was that he wanted restored relationship with Russia, which gave us a little bit of better night of sleep here, since we are very close to Russia. On the other note, I did want to point out a few things as I'm watching Mr. Trump, is that according to Sputnik News, U.S. mass surveillance likely to continue under Trump. So I still want to kind of encourage you guys to stay balanced when it comes to Mr. Trump. Do not think of him as some kind of savior. I certainly wouldn't, because I suspect that he is still part of the elites, and there is some kind of a New World Order plan with them allowing Mr. Trump winning presidency. I believe that both candidates, whether Hillary or Mr. Trump, were given us by the New World Order elites. And they had a plan A and a plan B, and simply Mr. Trump is a plan B. And you probably already know that Mr. Trump agreed with NSA spying, and he agrees with the Patriot Act program as well. And today's news, Sputnik News, have confirmed this. U.S. mass surveillance likely to continue under Trump. Now, of course, please understand that mass surveillance and Patriot Act are both very much a New World Order agenda. What is more concerning to me is today's news that I have received a few minutes ago. The latest: Trump meets with Kissinger on China and Russia. So Mr. Trump is very much meeting with Kissinger, who is a New World Order kind of like architect of New World Order, proponent of New World Order. Washington says the latest on Donald Trump's transition to the presidency. President-elect Donald Trump has wrapped up a meeting with former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger in Trump Tower. Trump's transition team says the incoming president and Kissinger discussed China, Russia, Iran, and European Union. It comes ahead of Trump's meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, his first in-person meeting with a foreign leader since his election. Kissinger was Secretary of State under Republican President Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford. Now, remember, Mr. Kissinger is no longer supposed to be involved in American politics. However, he is very much involved. And as you can see, he's active, and Mr. Donald Trump just met him in his tower, which is very concerning to me, because anybody having ties to Kissinger is certainly not against the New World Order. No matter what kind of excuses you guys might want to make, this is not a good news at all. Most people who are very much pro-Trump, and they're saying that Mr. Trump is some kind of savior or he's outside of establishment, you know, those people, if you really understand that Mr. Kissinger is very much pro-New World Order, and Mr. Trump, for him to be outside of establishment, he would have to expose Mr. Kissinger, not meet with him and discuss foreign policies with him, and so on. Now, as you can see in this particular news here from 9th February 2016, Kissinger delivered a plan for New World Order even to Putin. Yes, we used to think that Putin is against New World Order, but here we can see, even in this picture here, you can see Mr. Kissinger sitting across the table from Mr. Putin, smiling at each other and discussing plan for a New World Order. So there is a huge, huge agenda. We are in preparation for full-blown New World Order, guys. There is nothing like saving America from New World Order. And this particular news here actually says that Mr. Kissinger is meeting with Putin quite often lately. So his visits to Russia are happening quite often. Okay, just so you know, please research Mr. Kissinger. These are some of his sayings here. The New World Order cannot happen without U.S. participation, as we are the most significant single component. Yes, there will be a New World Order, and it will force the United States to change its perceptions. That's one of the quotes by Kissinger over here. Depopulation should be the highest priority of foreign policy towards the third world. So we know that he is very much pro wars in a third world, and today Mr. Trump meeting him, you know, I guess I cannot say what Mr. Trump will do or how it is gonna go. Within me, I feel that with Mr. Trump's presidency, we certainly gain a little bit of time maybe, but that's about all. Maybe we just have a little bit more time, because if Mrs. Clinton won, we would certainly be in a war, maybe by now or very, very soon. Okay, so I have a lot more to tell you and show you as I'm preparing this series of watching Mr. Trump. I apologize, I was really busy. We have to move our office now to a certain location, and I'm getting some kind of a cold. So, but I will be working on more of these kind of reports, and I hope you stay tuned to my channel. Thank you guys, and I will be talking to you soon.